The Los Angeles Lakers are the most famous team in Hollywood, although Shohei Ohtani may have surpassed LeBron James as the biggest athlete in the city, if not the world. Ohtani, every night, has millions of American fans tuning in to watch him, and even more Japanese fans battling the time zone to watch him play on both sides of the ball. The three-time MVP crushed 55 home runs for the Los Angeles Dodgers this season and is the runaway favorite to win his fourth MVP, giving him second place on the all-time leaderboard. Ohtani has passed even Ichiro Suzuki as the biggest name in Japanese baseball, and his stardom has followed him to America. Lakers star reacts to meeting Ohtani. Rui Hachimura was not the first Japanese NBA player, although he quickly became the best. He leads Japanese-born players in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Drafted 9th overall by the Washington Wizards in 2019, he has since been traded to the Lakers. In Los Angeles and Japan, Ohtani is a much bigger star, and Hachimura got a chance to meet Showtime last season. "He's kind of tall, so kind of surprising," said Hachimura on ESPN LA on September 29th about his first time meeting Ohtani. "He's big." Hachimura is the face of Japanese basketball. Ohtani, on the other hand, is an all-time great. It helps that Japan is focused on baseball over basketball as well. "I think it's not only about sports now, it's everything about him," Hachimura added. "I love it. I love the scene of watching him, especially since he played in LA. It's cool stuff." Ohtani's celebrity passes Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James has been the face of the NBA since being drafted in 2003. Ohtani is certainly the biggest name in MLB, but comparing the two is hard. Of course, it helps that Ohtani's dog, Decoy, has a Wikipedia page. Ohtani is fiercely private, but he went as far as to hide the identity of his wife from the press and fans. The most viewed NBA finals ever didn't include James. It was the 1998 series between the Chicago Bulls and Utah Jazz, averaging 29 million fans. In Japan alone, a quarterfinal World Baseball Classic game featuring Ohtani on the mound and batting garnered 36 million viewers. America has not had a celebrity like Ohtani since Michael Jackson, not Jordan, and even that might be a bit of a stretch. While Hachimura, and by proxy the Lakers, are the face of Japanese basketball, it stands to reason that Ohtani is the most famous Japanese person alive right now, regardless of occupation. Meeting him was a big moment for Hachimura. The Dodgers will kick off the postseason on September 30th against the Cincinnati Reds in a wild card game, and Heavy Sports has fans covered with up-to-date stories and scores. The Los Angeles Lakers are in win-now mode. In an effort to bolster the lineup around Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves, stepping on some toes is inevitable. Before trading for Doncic, doing anything to upset James would have been inconceivable to the Lakers. Now that the future of the franchise is not tied to LeBron, the Lakers can have a bit of leeway. If Bronny James does not thrive in his defensive specialist role, the Lakers sign Nick Smith Jr. to a two-way deal, and he could quickly replace Bronny as an end-of-the-bench option. Nick Smith Jr. could replace Bronny James. In his 2 seasons with the Charlotte Hornets, Nick Smith Jr. averaged 8 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per game. He shot 39.1% from the floor and a solid 36.9% from deep. After not much improvement between his first and second seasons, the Hornets waived Smith Jr., lining up his new two-way deal with the Lakers. Between Doncic, Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, Gabe Vincent, and Bronny James, Smith Jr. has an uphill battle ahead of him for playing time in a crowded backcourt. However, his willingness to play off-ball and potential as a shooting threat make him impossible to ignore. He's someone who shot 43% on 3 as a rookie, pointed out Lakers insider Jovan Boha on an October 1st episode of Boha's Block. Boha explained how Bronny's chance of cracking the rotation hinges on him being a better defender than Smart. However, if Smith Jr. can be serviceable on that end and return to being an above average, he shot 39% from deep, not 43%, shooter, there will be minutes for him. Especially comparing him to Bronny and Gabe Vincent, he is far behind those two guys defensively, said Boha of Smith Jr., but I think the offensive end, he might be the most gifted shot creator and scorer of those three. And if he can figure out ways to play off the ball and be a reliable catch and shoot spot-up threat, maybe a guy who can attack closeouts on the weak side and whatnot, that could be a pathway to him getting minutes at some point or in some lineup. Lakers could benefit from playing both guards. Marcus Smart is 31 years old. Gabe Vincent is 29. Neither of them is a long-term piece in Hollywood. As the Lakers look to build around Doncic and perhaps Reeves, surrounding them with specialists will be a priority. If Smith Jr. can emerge as a knockdown shooter, there will be a spot for him on the roster moving forward. If Bronny James can be an elite defender in bursts, he could have a real NBA career. On paper, the two complement each other rather well. Bronny is a pass-first guard with elite defensive instincts. Smith Jr. can, in theory, hit shots off the dribble and in the corner. With title hopes mounting, the Lakers won't have much time to experiment with their lineups and rotations, although giving both youngsters some degree of responsibility in the regular season could set them up for long-term success. J.J. Redick will have to ask himself if it's worth the gamble. Keon Ellis has shown he is a rising star in the NBA, and it is the reason why the Sacramento Kings made sure they exercised Ellis' $2.3 million team option for the upcoming season. Beyond the season, though, the Kings will have a decision to make as Ellis will be set to hit free agency. With the turn the Kings took last season, falling short of the playoffs and finishing with a record of 40-42, the Kings are in a place where they should be looking to advance multiple areas of the team. If it takes trading Keon Ellis to do so, the Kings should go forward with a trade. The team that can end up trading for Keon Ellis is the Los Angeles Lakers. Sacramento Kings trade Keon Ellis to the Los Angeles Lakers. As the Los Angeles Lakers look to continue to add to their roster to maximize their window while they can to win a championship with Luka Doncic and LeBron James together, they need to add a boost to the defensive side of things. They have started to do so by adding Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, but they shouldn't stop there. For the Lakers, trading for a defensive player like Keon Ellis would fully help. Keon Ellis is coming off a season in which he showed growth in multiple areas as he 8.3 points per game compared to his 5.4 points per game from 2023. His shooting percentage also increased to 48.9%, his three-point shooting increased to 43.3%, and Ellis' time increased to 24.4 minutes per game. This was all while still providing his 3 and D skills as he also averaged 1.5 steals per game as well. Keon Ellis is just 25 years old and would be able to form a dominant backcourt duo alongside Luka Doncic for the foreseeable future that the Lakers can rely on. With the Austin Reeves contract saga as well, the Lakers could be looking for more guard depth for the future anyway, and getting one that has further upside yet to be unlocked still while being a dominating defensive force is a huge benefit for the Lakers. For the Kings, they can look to acquire players like Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect that can provide a boost to their team immediately with their scoring and be franchise players for the future as well. Keon Ellis proposed trade. Sacramento Kings receive Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect.